Hey, Julio, this is Rebecca Lane, your CRP instructor, and I wanted to give you a little bit of feedback on this. First of all, I think you're off to a really great start with this. Nice job. Um, I love how you have one large image on each of these. I like how you're starting out with this quote here. I also like that this slideshow actually plays automatically. So once I push play, it continues to go. Um, and you've really taken the feedback that I've given you and run with it. So I know that you've been frustrated with your ability to watch some of the examples, um, but you are doing good work here. So keep that in mind as we go through this. Okay, so I'm going to play this, and then I'll give you feedback as it plays, okay? So we're going to do a little bit of a stop and start. Okay, there we go.
A young blacksmith has words carved above a place of work that reads, "What is a man who does not make the world a better place?" This quote comes from a film called The Kingdom of Heaven.
So I'm going to stop that. First of all, great. I love that you start with this quote. I think it's really nicely. This slide is really nicely formatted. You've chosen a nice font. That all looks good. I like that you go to the poster of the show. I think that puts everything in context. Um, One of the things I'd like you to think about is your vocal delivery. You sound very serious, and that can absolutely help, but you don't sound enthusiastic. You don't sound like you're sharing something that you really care about. It sounds a little bit more like you're reading something, and it sounds a little bit like you're nervous. So um, when you notice in the Julian Treasure video, he talks about pitch, and he talks about pauses, and he talks about prosody, prosody. I'm not sure how he says that. But so go back and think about that. You're living in your middle range, which is fine, but you're never going outside of it for emphasis. Okay, so let's listen to this one more time, and we can see what's going on, right?
A young blacksmith has words carved above a place of work that reads, "What is a man who does not make the world a better place?"
Okay, so a young blacksmith has words carved above his place of work, and it reads like this: What is a man? What man is a man who does not make the world better? Okay, so you see how we can live in that medium tone world, but we have to add emphasis outside of that pitch world. Okay, so I would like for you and do it your own way. I have my own vocal and speech pattern, right? That works for me. That expresses me the way that I would like to be heard. And so you're going to find out how you emphasize with pitch, but I need you to find some variation there because right now you're a little bit monotone. So let's play a little bit more because you're saying really interesting things, and I want to hear that. So I'm going to play.
A young blacksmith has words carved above a place of work that reads, "What is a man who does not make the world a better place?" This quote comes from a film called The Kingdom of Heaven. We all need a big idea, something to work on while we go about our lives. After keeping this quote in my mind for years, I
like this idea. I like that you bring in we all need a big idea.
Growing up in a military family, we traveled often, and traveling became something I came to love. Later in life, I joined the military and developed an interest in photography.
Okay, so I have a question here. Um, when I read your plan, you went into a little bit more depth about your work in the military and your travels as a family. And I'm wondering, you lost some of the personalization, and that might be because of my feedback. Um, so bring some of that personalization back. When you traveled with your family, was there one moment where you were like, holy crap, I really do love traveling? Or when you were in the military, was there one moment where you were like, ooh, I like taking pictures. Or ooh, I really don't mind uh, marching through the muck, or whatever it is that you are referencing here, right? Um, and if you can tell me the story of that moment, first of all, I'm going to feel like I know you a little bit better, right? Whether I do or not, for real, it doesn't matter, right? We want to give a touch point, a story that makes your audience go, oh, I kind of know what this guy's about. Um, and so, and if you're telling a story that you enjoy telling, and usually those moments of discovery, that moment where you're like, whoa, man, I really do like this. Um, those moments are fun for us to hear because we love to hear people talk about the things that they love. And we can hear that passion in your voice when you're telling it. So, you had some stories that felt more personal in your plan, and I'm not seeing them here. Bring one of them back. Okay? When you get to this slide, I'm not sure that I can, let's see. When you get to this slide, you start to talk about that big cat initiative, and I love that you named one specific project. You can probably abbreviate that just a little bit. We just want to know what you're talking about. They've got the big cat initiative, and it's awesome because they're taking pictures of cats and they need to be saved, right? You said it better than I did right there, but how can we truncate this so that you've named it, you give me one sentence that kind of says what the gist is, and then National Geographic needs someone that they don't have to train to survive in the wilderness. National Geographic needs someone who knows already how to behave around large animals, and I'm that guy. Uh, so, and they're going to save so much money. They're going to be so smart because they brought me in to do this stuff. So start to think about that. Also, if you have any personal pictures, you don't have to have all personal pictures, but this is about you. So we want to feel like we've at least seen your face once. I feel like this guy might be you, but then I know that I've seen your picture on here, and it doesn't look like your picture. So just know that if I haven't seen your face, this kind of implies that it's you. So try to bring in a little bit more personalization there. So really nice work. Nice job taking feedback, and I really am looking forward to seeing how this evolves in the next rendition. Make sure you watch some of these examples. I think you can change your picture a little more frequently if you notice the frequency of the change here. You don't have to have live video. Both of these examples have video things at some point, but notice we're changing video every 5 to 10 seconds. Even with video, we're changing the image every 5 to 10 seconds. So really try to make sure you've got that movement, and that'll make a big difference. Okay? Great. Let me know if you have questions. I hope I've been able to answer your questions so far. And I am so sorry for all of the hurricane madness. It's really been weird down here. I tell you what, really disorienting. So thank you for all of your patience. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.